have it in your heart to get rid of, uproot, weed out whatever that thing is, whatever that person may be, whatever that place is, whatever it is that God shows and reveals to you and exposes to you that it is indeed the accursed thing that is keeping you back, beloved, you have to get rid of it. A lot of times we have so many things in our home and we have no idea that it is an accursed thing. Whenever you get to the point like, oh, I can't do this because X, Y, and Z, especially if the Lord told you to, you are now moving in idolatry. Here we are, grand and rising. Grand rising. Grand rising. Here we are, grand and rising on this beautiful and blessed, fervent Friyay rising. Love, I want to really talk to you about something very, 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 very important today. I'm just going to jump right in. Listen, a lot of times we wonder why things are not going well or working the way that God told us it's supposed to work. And you are a child of God and you've been walking in the spirit and you've been walking in God's light and you've been being righteous and you've been being holy and pure and all these things. I want to submit to you what God submitted to me today. A lot of times we're doing, what we're supposed to do in the spirit according to God, but there are things, sometimes it's people, sometimes it's places amongst us that we partake in or attach ourselves to that is an accursed thing. And again, it can be people, places, or things. You can have an accursed person in your life, and because you're attached to them, there is a curse that is within your life and it's blocking you from all the things that God has for you to do, all the things that God has for you to inherit, all the things that God has for you to partake of when it comes to his kingdom and his abundance. So beloved, today, just like God did for me, and I'm doing it with you guys, okay? Today, I want you to fervently, okay, pray to the Lord and ask God to reveal and expose the accursed things in your life, okay? But it doesn't just stop there, beloved. There's 2 steps to this. After you ask God that, I want you to, whenever he reveals it to you, because that he will, whenever he exposes what's the accursed thing in your life that's holding you back, that's hindering you, okay, that's deterring you from God's will on your life, I want you to have it in your heart to get rid of, uproot, weed out whatever that thing is, whatever that person may be, whatever that place is, whatever it is that God shows and reveals to you and exposes to you that it is indeed the accursed thing that is keeping you back, beloved, you have to get rid of it. Now, if you find yourself like, oh, but I can't get rid of this because this was my mom's and she died and I need to keep it for keepsake. Oh, I can't get rid of this because somebody gifted this to me. Oh, a lot of times we have so many things in our home and we have no idea that it is an accursed thing. Beloved, whenever you get to the point like, oh, I can't do this because X, Y, and Z, especially if the Lord told you to, you are now moving in idolatry. And that is the worst thing you can do, beloved. The worst thing you can do. So I'm encouraging you, just like God told me today, okay? I'm encouraging you to go to the Lord and ask him to reveal and expose these accursed things in your life. But also when he does that, beloved, have it all in your heart. Let the Lord and his word and his precepts and his instruction, let all of that of God be what's more important to you than a thing, than a person, than a place. Does this make sense, beloved? I pray that it does. And I pray that whoever is underneath the sound of my voice, you have the zeal for God's own heart on the inside of you to release and uproot and weed out that accursed thing, that accursed person, that accursed place. And if it's a person, that don't mean you just, treat them bad or, curse them with your mouth. No. Sometimes some people are just for a season and you just got to get it. That's it. Sometimes some people are just for temporary, a reason, a season, and that's it. And that is okay. That is life, y'all. We got to stop being sensitive. Like sometimes God will bring somebody in your life for a specific job to be done. And once that job is done, it's time to go. And that is okay. We want to hold on to people forever and we wonder why we feel stagnant or, just in the same place. You got to move on. You have to move on. That's just the way life goes. So I love you guys. And I pray that you have a very fervent weekend, right? Doing this and just being in expectation of God's revelation and exposing of these accursed things. And I pray that you have it and you set your heart to care more about what God says versus the things, the people, and the places that you want to be loyal to. I love you, and I'll see you on Mondays Rising. Grand Rising.